Hello and welcome to another Contemplative Living. Let me take these earbuds off so I don't hear myself because it just distracts the heck out of me. And distraction is not something that we need. So, here at Contemplative Living, we talk about concepts to bring contemplation into our everyday lives. And we really could use more calm, more peace, more contemplation in our lives right now. There's so much stress in the world. And one thing Spirit said to me is everywhere I go, in my heart, in my mind, in my soul, there's love and light. And so that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to focus on our inner light, and we're going to focus on who we are. So let's get to it.
Welcome to Contemplative Living, where we view contemplations for the week to have a better understanding of our spiritual paths. This is Contemplative Living with Dave Bennett, contemplations and reflective meditations.
All right, I see we have Mastering Life's Journey with us. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. So we're going to talk about our light. And I see Jay Ruth is here. Hi. Yes, I'm Mr. Cindy's hubby. So anyway, we work well together. So we're going to talk about our love, our light, and who we are. But it's not an assumption, but a reality that we are each in the presence of light. And most of the time we don't recognize that because our circumstances they just overwhelm us with everything that's going on in life. And so many times we don't have that sense of awareness of the light that is permeating into us, is a part of us, and that we shine ourselves. So stand directly in the middle of where the light issues forth. Now, a lot of us, when we use meditative practice or contemplative practice, we find that our light comes to us in a certain way. And so to find that is kind of important in learning who we are and learning about our true nature. So I know many people that feel it right here in their third eye. Some people might feel that light here. I even know, I know when I'm doing my healing work that I feel it in the palm of my hands. But where I feel it most, when I'm in meditation and doing my contemplative exercises, I find it in my heart. And so when I want to connect to myself, I take a deep breath into my heart or into my light, and I find myself standing in that light. And so that is critical. That's one of the critical first steps in finding out who we are. And when we take that deep breath and we connect and we stand in our own light, realization may occur because we allow everything else to drop away. So it's not saying that we don't care. In fact, if anything, we're more engaged because we are totally in our essence, totally in who we are, so that we can see clearly and have true realization as to where and what we can do to better ourselves and humanity. Turn your light to shine within. Now, this seems like a step backwards, and sometimes it's actually, in some Buddhist practices, it's actually called a step backward, where you turn your light to shine within to find the simplicity of your true nature. Our true nature is incredibly simple. It's pure love and pure connection. J. Ruth is asking, do you find after focusing that clarity comes after? That clarity comes after? Yes. So when we find our focus and we look within, that clarity, that true light shines, and we can see clearly. It's called clear vision. And so when we get to that state, we rise above the circumstances, and we're living within our essence. We're living within who we really are. So shine your awareness of truth, shattering the illusion. So a lot of times the circumstances that we live in, and at all times, because we're human, we're trapped in this conundrum of thinking that we are separate individuals trying, forging our way through life. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's an illusion, because we really are interconnected through our spiritual being. And the thing is when we're caught up in the day-to-day and the circumstances, that we forget that. We don't realize, we don't work with that. So the thing we want to do is shine that awareness on ourselves and be aware of our awareness. And within ourselves, we find our truth. And that truth resonates within our heart and mind and becomes a way of living for each and every one of us. So closely observe your awareness. When we've shined that light inwardly and we've looked at our true nature and who we are, we suddenly have that expansive awareness. And that expansive awareness it's beautiful, because it allows us to use that clear vision that we were just speaking about and applying it. So we can do it anywhere. Like I said earlier, sometimes we just need to take a breath and stand in our light. And boom, there we are. We're in our totality. We're in our grander awareness. We've risen above the circumstances, and now we can really focus on what it is that we want to do in life. So take the step that turns your light inward, illuminating your true self. For me, that step is meditation. Meditation and contemplation. So I have a practice. I have a daily practice that I use that helps me to stay centered. And it helps me to stay away from the rage and the anger. Yes, J. Ruth, the anger is a huge block. In fact, it takes us so away from our center that at times we don't even know who we are, because we lose our total sense of who we are when we're in that state of anger and frustration. And so we need to try to stay focused into who we are more and more. Because when we're working from a place of angst and anger, we're really not as productive. We're not focused on what is the truth. And that's where we need to work from. I hope you can find in this coming week the time to find that light within you, shine it inwardly, and look at your true nature. And then bring that out with that greater awareness and that expansive knowing, so that you can use your truth to help your life, your family, and your circle around you, and that it helps you to be better at everything you do. So I hope you find this a way of being in the coming week. Namaste.